everybody, and welcome to another episode of Talk to Me. I'm your host, Cassandra Hurley, psychic medium and life coach. Today, we have a very special guest, my angel, Miss Angelique Bates. She's a comedian and an actress. And when I tell you this bitch is my angel, and that's one thing we realize, her name has angel in it. Cassandra has ass in it, but it's fine. But she keeps me going. She keeps me aligned. And I just had to get her energy on this. She knew about it before it was even a fucking thing. So really quick, because we're going to, I can already see our conversation is going to be like, whatever the fuck. What you just said, though, life is not going right. We're not making money. Shit is just all at a halt. And why? Because we have to take a step back, check ourselves, and then retrain our brains back to a mindset that's going to be on the level of 5D. So also, you're going to love this because every time I talk to her, I'm literally fucking high. So we have right here, Legally Highest. This is the dopest TLC. Jesus, we're not, okay. Not chasing waterfalls, my bad. I already had one of these on the last episode, bitch. Okay, so this is Legally Highest. It is a THC seltzer drink. The dopest, literally the dopest seltzer drink alive. So we're going to open this one up right here so you know damn right well if I start rambling, you already know.
Okay.
But honestly, you have taught me a lot. And I just feel like you are one of those people. You are one of those people who I actually sit and listen to and respect what you say. Now, as a comedian and an actress, I remember like, do you still get camera shy, right? Like you still get bubblies or nervous, or you put that all past?
Girl, no. I still get stage fright. It's just, it's one of those things, it's like, you have to do it. It's just like, you figure out how to cope with it and you do what you have to do. And then you go on about your day. 9 times out of 10, like, especially, it's more so with stand-up. Film, I'm good. It's normally if I'm doing a live performance, then it's just like my nerves are just like completely shot. But I sit there and I make myself do it. Even on stage, nerves would be completely shot, but it never fails. The minute it's done, it's like, I'm all right, cool, whatever. Oh, I got to book it for next week. I'll do it all over again.
Okay, so you said that on film, so if you're doing a movie or a show or whatever, you don't get stage fright with all them people?
No, because film is different from doing live performances, because all those people, we're not seeing you guys. We don't see you.
I mean, true shit, but okay. So
and
let
9
me
times
ask,
out of 10,
you said
nine times out of 10, there's not a lot of people on set anyway. Sometimes a lot of that is a closed set. It's nowhere near a live performance.
Okay, so I guess because you're a little like more familiarized with the people around you, so you're not feeling like as judged or something, or like pressure, or
I wouldn't say judge, but it's just like, it's a job. You're going in, you're doing the job. It's a script. You're well prepared. They know what you're there to do. It's not the, hey, we're coming for you to entertain us. It's just like, we're hired to do this. This is what we do. We keep on doing the taste. Take 1, take 2, take 3, boom, next scene, move along. Up, it's break time. Up, time to change. Like, it's just a routine. It's just like when you do live performances, anything is bound to happen. You know what your material is, but the audience is a live wire. Or there may not be an audience. So you don't know the temperature.
oh my God, that just made me nervous. Because like if you go on a show and you're hoping people are gonna be there, and like, has that ever happened to you in your career or when you first started, or like?
I've seen venues where it didn't have anything to do with me. The venue itself may not have been like a popular venue. Okay. So, it depends on the promoter. If they don't promote, like, and that's the thing, when you do performances, you're counting on the promoter. So you don't know if the promoter did what they were supposed to do. You don't know really how many tickets were sold. You just know that you're supposed to make this appearance. So we really are like, we have blindfolds on when we go to these venues. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what that crowd is going to look like. We don't know the temperature. We don't know anything.
Oh shit. So basically you being prepared, you already know what you're walking into. So, okay, so for anybody who's looking to get into like comedy or acting and they have this stage fright, what helps you get over your stage fright when you are about to pop on a show and like do your thing? She's funny as fuck, by the way. So all y'all better check her shit out.
um, one of the methods that I know a few people have said is like looking above the crowd, like look directly above their head.
Okay.
Because 9 times out of 10, there's no light in the house. So, the light is on the stage. We're blinded anyway. Um, that
Now
works
somebody's trying to
for,
call your ass. What is that?
you said what?
Oh, just kidding. It was his shit. I thought somebody was calling you and it was his little beeping thing. So I was like, oh my God.
No, I
It's
just say
fine.
with all of
Everything's
that.
fine.
I mean, look, everything is fine.
Everything is fine. It's fine.
No, I made sure I just say with all that before this interview because that would have happened. As far as when it comes to like acting and comedy, you can pull that off. As far as entertainment, I feel like it's the same because for entertainers, they just zoned out. For those that doesn't work for, and they're more into like herbs or whatever, I say ashwagandha because it actually works for anxiety.
Oh shit. Can you repeat that one more time? Because I might need it. I might need to write that shit down.
Ashwagandha.
Okay,
Don't
so
ask me
that's
how
like
to
an
spell it.
herb that calms you down.
Look,
Like on
I'm like, don't ask me how to spell it, but ashwagandha.
I'll Google later.
You're right. It works for it really does work for anxiety.
So
And
it's
you
like
can
a
like
Xanax, but like better for you and natural for you.
well, I won't say it's natural. I've never took Xanax, so I can't make that comparison, but you can get it on Amazon. I can't
Oh,
tell you
it's
that.
okay. We all know I'm bipolar. It's fine.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to say yeah. And then they're like, she said,
I
but
don't give a damn. People
yeah.
are gonna watch it. They're gonna like me or they fucking hate it. Whatever. Like at
No,
least we're speaking our truth.
yeah, no, I'm saying I don't want somebody thinking it's like that. They're like,
Oh
she's
no,
lying.
honey, we're talking about Cassandra. Talk to me. Talk to me. She's just talking to me. I'm talking to her.
Yeah, so recommendation, you get it off of Amazon and do your own research on it, whatever it's like.
All right, so let me throw one curve at you. So you recently, did a thing the other day. So that was like reality though. Were you
Yeah.
not terrified because like it's in the moment and people are catching you like just, you know what I'm saying? Like is it different between having a script and then actually just having like you just do your thing but you're still on camera? Like is that like how do you feel about that and did you get stage fright?
I wouldn't say I got stage fright, but I do like being prepared. So reality TV is a little bit different. But the thing is, a lot of reality TV is scripted anyway. So it's not as reality as y'all be thinking it is.
See,
So
I knew
there's
it. I knew it. Jersey Shore and all that. I knew it.
yeah, I mean, some of it is real, but there is scripted stuff. I mean, if you even look at the credits, it says writers on there. So it kind of gives it away right there anyway.
I'm
That's
still
why
fucking dumbfounded because I've literally seen that on reality shows, but that didn't like click in my brain. I thought it was all like, keeping up with the Kardashians, although no, never mind. But yeah.
well, some like I said, they're getting I can't speak on them because like I said, their situation is a little bit different too. Some reality shows, they are taking a real topic and then they're just going with it. And
Okay.
then others,
Like
they're just
improv.
completely faking it. Yeah, some. So I don't know, what's going on with all of them, but some of them, and the one that I did, there was truth in it, but as far as improv, there was improv too. So to answer your question, which direction is going to go in, and depending
Right.
on the kind of show you're on, you don't know how far the other person's about to go.
They don't prepare you for that shit. They're not like, okay, this is what could go down, or you're just like go in there and then you just
No,
go
they
with
want
it and
everybody to
improv.
just do their thing. Yeah, they just want everybody to do their thing. And you don't know where everybody is at in their life. There might be that one person that wants that viral moment. There may be that one person that doesn't have morals. There might be that one person that does. So you
Damn.
don't know what's going to happen in that second. That's why you get the person that threw the glass or the person that did this or they set this person up because everybody has different motives. This person wants to make sure that they're the franchise name. This person wants to make sure that they're coming back next season. It depends.
And then there
That's
we
why
go with
some
the
of them,
contracts.
right, and that's why some of them are genuinely, like, you can tell on some of those shows which ones are genuinely surprised, because they're just like, this is not what we discussed. Yeah, that's not what you discussed, but that person had already had it in.
Oh, damn. See, I don't know. I don't know about that one. And I wanted to ask you too, because I know like you being like a spiritual angel that you are, another
Yes.
thing, like for people, because I feel like a lot of people nowadays is either they're hopping on the bandwagon or they're actually
Mm.
trying to work on their higher self with, feeling the energy, the vibes, being a good person, good intentions and shit like that too. Is it difficult for you to maneuver that? Or like, have you ever worked with somebody that you really didn't vibe with, but because it is your job, you just had to like do it? You know what I'm saying?
Um, that's pretty much all of Hollywood. You have some good spirits, but there's a lot of dark spirits in Hollywood for real.
Oh, honey.
You just have to be very grounded in this industry. I will say, since I've been in it since I was 9 months old,
9 months
a lot
though?
of what yeah, since I was 9 months old, a lot of what I know now, I had no idea of it back then. So I got caught up just like a lot of other people got caught up. You think everybody's your friend. You get caught up in situations where it's just like, ooh, like you never had my best interest at heart. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm very particular about energy. I have no problem cutting you off.
Period.
I definitely, I'm very more aware of the spirits and the, like I said, the negative energy, the good energy, vibrations, what we attract to ourselves,
And
what
being
we put out.
responsible for what
But
we
yeah,
attract.
yeah, definitely, definitely. So.
So do you feel like it hit you harder as you grew up? Because like I really didn't even know that you started at 9 months. Like, were you like, was it commercial or like it was like that's a very young age?
Yeah, I was it was print, commercial, and movies.
Oh
So,
shit. So
mhm.
you were just thrown right into it and you just had to, okay, let me just like
Yeah,
readjust myself and live this life.
yeah, no, I was definitely thrown into it. But now it's pretty much, once you're thrown into it at such a young age, it's pretty much that's all
Right.
and depending on the amount of projects and the kind of projects that you have been on, it makes it very hard to live a regular life.
Right.
So, the industry itself has, a different set of spirits and energies. And then just regular life has another different set of energies. So when those energies collide, that's
That could
really
be a Big
where,
Bang theory right there.
yeah, well, that's really what the problem ends up being, when you have a lot of these former performers that end up, having drug addictions, committing suicide, all
Right.
kinds of stuff, because the
The
two worlds are
pressure.
colliding.
And then
Hmm.
you having to keep up with like a certain self-image and shit like that too. That's why I'd be like, I'm gonna end up right in the fucking tabloids, right on the shade room, not giving a fuck. But other people have to like fucking watch every move that you're making because it could be taken out of context and then, whatever,
Hmm.
whatever. So,
Because you can go balls to the wall if you want to, but then there's an energy that's going to come with that. You
mm-hmm.
know. So, like, say you attract the energy. You attract what comes to you. Everything that we get, whether it's good or bad, somewhere in our life, like there was a path we took. We're all 1 second away from a different life, and
Oh,
it may seem like it was a good thing, but really, was it? Really, was it? How good was it? Did you put delays in your life,
that
or if you had
one.
waited? You know what I'm saying? This one probably would have been an easier road over here. Yeah, that one kind of got you there, but it got you there like a decade later, and with a whole bunch of
Exactly.
bruises, cuts and everything.
Prolonging what spirit has already placed into our heart in knowing this is the path that we're supposed to be on. This is
Hmm.
the path that we are not supposed to be on. But if you continue this certain path, because like we all have free will. So even if
Hmm.
we're trying to listen to spirits and it's just like, oh, free will, but we're going to go over here, knowing damn right, well, we need to go over here. And then, like you said, it's just that one little moment. and you could have a totally different life in one little instance, in one little choice. It's fucking crazy. And I wanted to
Mhm.
ask you too, because you had to grow up like so just quickly and everything, did that affect like your friends, or did you go to a regular school, or was it private school? Did you have issues because people saw you on TV, or was it hard for you to make friends? Because at that point you are a spiritual as fuck, but growing up before you became self-aware, did you have feelings about certain people or who to click with and who not to?
No, I was the only child. I was homeschooled, didn't really have any friends. I was bullied a lot. And so when you're in the industry too, it's like, so you're already being bullied. So then you have the ones that are being jealous. Then you
Mm,
have the ones that want to be like you and they want to, do what you're doing and you're not understanding everything. Like you're a kid, that's why so
right.
many child stars in general, that's why you hear so many horror stories because they're kids. Like
Right.
that's the learning stages. And you just got put into an adult demonic world.
Literally, literally. And I feel like you said that's why as adults, a lot of us have not really touched down on that. Okay, this is a childhood trauma, but they don't recognize it as a trauma because this is all they know. So they, like you
Mm-hmm.
said, just got to keep pushing without acknowledging and then becoming self aware. And like you said, that's where I won't name any names, but like how people get on really dark paths or whatever, and then it just goes fucking left. And,
Mm-hmm.
it's really sad, and I don't know how you do it, like, every day, I'm just like, "How does she do it?" Because when you feel so much but you're a strong-ass woman. Not only that, I know too, one of the topics that I wanted to touch down on today was about certain toxic relationships and breaking free from that, and just kind of like, if you don't mind,
Mm-hmm.
any advice that you could like really give other people too, because you've had so many things that you got going on just in your career. But not only that, you have a career, you're trying to balance out love, and does it mesh well for you? You know what I'm saying?
Oh God. Doesn't mesh well. Not always. It's godly. You really have to have a good head on your shoulders. Your spirituality has to really be intact. You really have to be on the right side. Um, Toxic relationships, we've all been there. We've all been there. And that's I'm talking about myself. So, we've all stayed in relationships longer than we should. We've all interfered, prevented, and just went chaos, and things that we shouldn't have. We should have, just let it be the bigger person. They always talk about be the bigger person. That really, yeah, be the bigger person because it's not even so much as being a bigger person for that person. It's being a bigger person for yourself and your higher self and you advancing and not getting karma for not being a bigger person.
That karmic debt shit right there.
Yeah, that karmic debt is real. There's a lot of people that are put into each other's lives for lessons. Everything is a lesson, but you have some people that decided that they want to go AWOL on the mission. They decide, oh, I don't want to do this no more. I'm gonna change the rules. Yeah, that don't work. So now you're just creating and all these issues, and you're messing up all of these different journeys, and it ends up being complete chaos. And then you have people that are getting hurt. You have people that are bleeding onto each other because of the trauma
Trauma
that
bonding
they
too. I heard about something called trauma bonding and like I guess the attachment.
Yeah, well, that all ties to the abandonment issue, the trauma bonding, because you have that one person that now they're both toxic, they both have addictions, and it's like they feel like, oh, no one else understands me but you, and then it's just an ongoing cycle, just downhill and downhill, where they just self destruct even more when they're not supposed to even be like there was supposed to be a lesson,
Mhm.
and it completely went.
So I can see that you've definitely had to go through your fair share of shit to learn, but I'm so fucking happy, like, but
Yeah.
what took you to that spot where you're just like, "Okay, like, enough is enough?" Like, also kinda tying into, like, growing up, being a childhood star and everything and keeping up a certain image. Did you feel like you had to play a certain role when you were in that relationship, you get what I'm saying? To a point where then you had to kind of find yourself and then became self-aware? Does that make sense?
Did I, are you talking about when I was in the actual relationship or the business relationship with the industry?
No, relationship. But I would love to elaborate on the business ones too, because that's a whole other thing that most
Yeah.
people don't even understand.
Well, when you're in the industry, it's already hard to date because majority of everybody already knows who you are, whether they're in the industry too. So there's this facade, like they think they know you. Like if they're not in the industry and they're fans or whatever, then there's the, oh, you're balling and all this other stuff. And they like the character that you play. They don't like you. So a lot of
That's fucked up.
entertainers end up, you know, but it's life, you know. So a lot of entertainers that aren't, you know, they're not spiritually trained and don't get it. They end, especially guys, they get caught up in that. Oh, I got all these groupies and blah blah blah.
The
Yeah,
fucking
but
ego.
yeah, they like the character that you are. So then they end up with a groupie, and then they get mad when that groupie ends up discovering who, oh, I guess what? I don't really like you. I like that character. So now you gonna got burnt by this groupie in more ways than one. And now because of the trauma that you just received in that one, because you didn't use discernment,
Right.
now you're gonna go bleed into the next person who probably actually really loved you for you. But now because of your trauma from you picking badly and attracting, you know, being responsible for what you attracted, because even for people that attract people that let's just say are narcissists, abusers, or liars or whatever, 9 times out of 10, and this is something that I had to tell myself too, it's something in you. Even if it's 1%, there's something in you that's attracting that. And I remember I told this person that I told her because her ex was a narcissist,
Okay.
but it was things that she was saying, but I could, just from hearing the conversation or whatever, I could see some of the traits in her.
Right.
And even how she even ended up with the person. You feel me? So it's a couple of females that I know like that, and guys, where, you know, they'll be like, oh, this person is this way and this person is that way. And then I start looking and I'm just like, wait a minute. Okay, you got this person over here that is manipulative, is a straight liar. But then here comes this person. This person's a hustler and da-da-da. And then da-da-da. Then it's like, but wait a minute. What is it about you that's attracting these kind of people? There's
Dead
something
ass.
in you. It's one thing if it's one person, but like almost everybody.
And that's where you too, like that fucking karmatic lesson, because the same motherfucker would be a different vessel, obviously, but it's that same kind of soul, that yucky soul, that same soul, different body in the same shit, going through it over and over until you learn that lesson and make that choice, like you said, with your free will. But you got to be self-aware and like that 1%.
And it gets worse though. Like the lessons get worse. So every failed lesson, it gets worse. And the messed up part is, yeah, you're supposed to learn your lesson, but now we live in a world where now these karmics don't want a karmic anymore. They are deciding that they want to interfere with those lessons where they're making people, they're manipulating people. They're doing things to put people in delays where it's like they were already having a hard time, you know what I'm saying, using free will, harder. but now you're taking away people's free will. Absolutely. And which is creating chaos and it's creating an imbalance. You know, you said, how did it, like, or I think you asked me, how did I break away from that? Well, it wasn't easy. And like I said, there was a lot of times I didn't even realize what was going on. But I'm one of those people that enough is enough. So, you know, and I talk about this publicly where I pretty much tried to commit suicide. And if it wasn't for my best friend, rest in peace, I wouldn't be here right now. And I actually had a completely different situation. I actually died and came back. So I had a near death experience. Wow. So, you know, when you end up on the other side, and I got sent back, like I was gone. Like I was like, deuces, peace out, it's been real. And I literally got sent back. I got sent back. So it hits completely
God wasn't
different.
done with your ass yet.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what was said. It was like, not yet. Like literally, that's what was said, not yet. And I got pushed back down. So with that being said, that hits completely different. So once you've experienced it, and I think you've probably heard stories where there are people that they talk about their near-death experiences. Anybody that's died and came back, they're never the same. You see stuff like it's like the veil's like,
know him.
Yeah, the veil is broken. you know, so you see things.
Did you have like an outer body experience type shit?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they be for real. Like I remember it was crazy because like I remember like seeing the sky and everything, and you know, my homies was like, you know, you're not supposed to go to the light. And I was like, and I always crack this joke. I'd be like, if you watch Despicables, because my kids love Despicables.
Yeah.
I remember it was a fluffy cloud, and I said, "Yo," I was like, "Fluffy," you know, because it was like this white fluffy cow, and I was like, "Yo," like reaching for it, and literally it was just like, push, not
Shut
yet.
the fuck up.
And when I got
That's
pushed
why
back
you my
down,
fucking angel. That makes sense now. Fast forwarding. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
holy
because
shit.
when I got pushed down, that's when my head hit the ground. And then
Oh my
they were over me and
fucking
they were
God.
calling me back. Yeah. So like, yo, I was outro. Like I tell people, I said, if it was up to me, yo, I was outro. I was like I said, okay, we out of here. So I was sit back. So when stuff like that happens, it's like you gotta really think of it, you know. And I had promised my best friend before that. Like I said, these are two different situations.
Right, right.
That when she ended up, there was no way for her to even know that that had happened. And the way that she came and she said, I mean, I pretty much had to promise her that I would never do it again. And the crazy thing is, the doctors had said I was 2 pills away from succeeding.
Wait, what?
I was 2 pills away from succeeding.
Holy
The
shit. God
container
bless.
I had, I swallowed a container of pills. The container I had was missing 2 pills.
That was God right there. I'm telling you, when I talk about fucking divinely orchestrated, like obviously it was a shitty shit, but you know how I'd be saying like every breakdown comes with that breakthrough, but you caused your own breakthrough with that. You know what I'm saying? You're strong as fuck for that. But God
Yeah.
had you here for a fucking great divider. See, that's what I get for drinking this drink. So make sure y'all get it. Um, but like everything being divinely orchestrated and everything. And it's just like, I don't know, because there was a point in my life I was like, ugh, I was like, right coming out of high school. It was right before my prom. Same thing happened, but I didn't have like an outer body experience. Like I barely, it was like on some weird shit. But the fact that you can like even remember so clearly and shit like that, God's trying to tell you, hold up, I'm gonna have to stop this really quick. Be ready.
Yeah.
Be ready.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, I remember. I remember. I remember. And I remember it like yesterday, like in complete detail. I remember it like yesterday, exactly how it happened, who I was with, and everything.
And then that was like after that, you were like, I'm just fuck that person and just kept it pushing.
Well, that wasn't even tied to a relationship. That was just everything in general. Like it creates a shift. And then like even from that, like I said, I wasn't even on the spiritual tip with the aspect of that. It took another relationship. Like I said, I wasn't in a relationship with that, but there was a relationship that was like going on about 3 years, and that one had third parties involved,
Oh no.
doing manipulation, like I said, interfering with people's free will. And that one got really, really crazy. But like I literally almost lost my life over that one. And it was crazy trying to actually help the person who had gotten caught up in the situation. But I always tell people, you're a victim when you don't know. You're a volunteer when you continue to stay.
Say that a little louder for the people in the back.
You're a victim when you don't know. You're a volunteer when you continue to stay. So that person kept on deciding to stay in the situation. It was more so an ego thing too, because it was like they could not believe that it was happening to them. So they were really trying to like prove me wrong, and like there's just no way that I could be right about the situation. And unfortunately, I was very right. I've never really been wrong when it comes to that. So actually, I've never been wrong when it comes to that. So it was one of those where it was like God was pulling me out. It was like, okay, look, I had you there to originally help you. If they already used their get out of jail free card,
Right.
Your mission's done. I didn't leave when I was supposed to. So it was kind of like, you know, God kept on giving signs like, okay, look, let me handle this situation, but I need you to move out the way. And I wouldn't move out the way until the point was just like, look, I told you to move out the way. You're not going to make me miss this shot. So since you're not going to get out the way, you about to get hit too. And
That
baby.
one. And that happens, I hear, in so many different occasions. Like, like, ugh. And I
Yeah.
feel like too, that's what people don't understand too. Like when I talk about the certain things that I do and I tell people, okay, if this is what you want, cool, it's a shortcut, but it's not fixing the whole problem too. And also understand people's soul missions that if they
Yeah.
try to come up in here, like you said, it just prolongs the whole fucking lesson or whatever they're supposed to learn. And then it's holding them up for the vision that God already had for them. And I feel like
Yeah.
too, it comes with like the self-love and like really putting yourself first to be like, okay, I'm done. I love you, but I love myself more. And to
Mhm.
recognize that and then stop those karmatic things. Cause like I said, it's gonna keep happening and happening worse and worse and worse until you cut the shit off.
Hmm. Yeah, I know somebody that, and I keep on trying to tell him this, and he'll be like, they'll be like, why are you doing that? Like, this person is blatantly evil, or whatever. This situation is just not the best situation. Like, why are you putting yourself in that situation? And his logic would be like, well, like almost like God, put him in that situation, and it's like he's just supposed to like take whatever good is supposed to come from. I was like, first of all, God doesn't create conflict. Now I say he will put you in situations where it's like, are you gonna take the easy route? Or are you gonna take this route that has all the boulders and the flames and the
Right,
potholes
literally.
and the lamp? You be sitting here taking the landmine. Like, no, it's like because you're protected and you're so anointed, it's like God is like, oh my God, my kid is over here being stubborn. You
Fear
know what I'm saying?
gods
He
are
gonna
like, what
get you
the
through.
fuck?
Yeah, he gonna get you through it, but that wasn't the route that you were supposed to take. You were really
Right.
supposed, if you would have just had faith, because that means you're still in control. You everyone be talking about have faith.
The
Okay, you be talking
surrender
about have,
part.
yeah, you be talking about have faith, but you don't have faith because if you did, you wouldn't. You took that route because you took it in your own hand. You
Right.
didn't
And then you're
surrender.
stressing out still.
What made you go ahead and jump on that? So now you prolong because as where you might see little things coming, but I always tell people, just like God knows what we want, so does the devil.
Dead
And with
ass.
that being
Say
said,
that one louder in the back one more time because I don't think people understand that shit right there.
just like God knows what you want, so does the devil. And this is where people get twisted. Yeah, God is in control of a lot of things, and God okays a lot of things because He want to know if you're actually listening and if you're prepared. Because He's not going to give you what you want just so you can screw it up. And if you
Facts.
already making mistakes repeatedly, because let's just use entertainment, and you want to be financially stable, you want to just have money coming, boom, 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 boom. There's different levels, different bosses, different demons, different everything.
Facts.
So where you're on this level where you're struggling or whatever, that's a different vibration. There's different low vibrational people that you're being exposed to. But let him go ahead and put you in that higher up position that you want to be, and you're still doing the stuff that you're doing down here, you will get ran over, destroyed up here. You're not prepared to level up. So he gonna keep you down here because you're already failing the lessons down here on the lower level. So why is he gonna put you up at the top of the mountain so you can completely fall and
Dead
destroy
ass.
yourself?
And no,
Like
check
people.
it for a second too, because I be telling people they're all about having the anchor and
Mhm.
being still. And it's okay if you're on a boat and it's this beautiful Titanic, but it's whatever, and it's your ship and your
Mhm.
destination, your paradise is over here. But people want to ground themselves, but they ground themselves a little bit too long. So now it becomes this anchor that you
Yeah.
stay stuck with. And people are like, oh, that's cool. But for how long? At some point,
Right.
you need to get the fuck up, realize that, hold up, we are not moving forward. Why are we not moving forward? Bitch, we still got the anchor down here. So until we can, like you said, become self aware, actually pick up that anchor, throw it in the ship, and then they can go off to their destination of paradise.
Yeah, I love that you even use that analogy because that's going to help explain what I was even trying to say before. So boom, we got two boats. You got one that is about a couple years old. Then you got this one over here that's the latest edition. It's a Tesla, different whatever. And obviously it's going to get you there. It's got the champagne is popping or whatever. But the thing is, it's got to go through troubled waters. You know what I'm saying? It's got to go through troubled waters, and the captain is not somebody that is not a high vibrational person. But then you
Right.
got this boat over here that's a couple years old. It doesn't have all the cool gadgets. There's water.
Palm
You
water?
might have there's water. You might have to paddle yourself. you know, with the, you know, it's the engine went out, you know what I'm saying? But you can still get there. You might get there a little bit slower. Normally they'd be like, so this is the kind of like logic that this person would have. It's like, you know what? Yeah, that person, you know, does this, and let's just say, you know, they're a convict or something, or they have legal problems, or they've hustled people out of money. But their boat is really nice. I'm gonna be able to get to the other side, and that was the blessing in it. When you could have actually stayed in this boat over here, you still would have got there, but you just didn't get there the way that you wanted to get there.
That
but
one,
now
the
you
way
have
that
this
you
energy.
want.
Yeah, you have this energy now, and now you just lowered your vibrations because you have this energy, and that's the part that people miss. They're like, because I was trying to explain it to him, and he wasn't getting it. I said, there is no way that you can have so many low vibration. There's no way that you can have so many low vibrational people, and it does not affect you.
That shit make me look ugly, tired, drained out, worn down, fucking looking like a crackhead, because the energy, your vibe attracts your fucking tribe. And if you're not around that high vibrational energy of your soul tribe, and you're worried about all this other shit, it's gonna be that anchor. It's gonna pull you down from not being able to do shit.
Exactly.
You have amazing energy.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, they don't get it. They rather, like, you're having a hard time getting in the gym because you got people around you that's low vibrational.
Exactly. And then they're like leeches though, but you got to watch that shit, because when you have that really good energy, your brightness or whatever, other people are going to be drawn to that, because they're like, oh shit, she got something over there or whatever that I'm not used to, because of, obviously. But then you also attract those fucking people, all types of people, leeches sometimes too, because the low vibrational people, they never seen or felt some shit like that. So when they all come over with everybody, all those energies, it's really hard to differentiate, or like you said, cut the shit the fuck off and keep it pushing. But that's hard for people.
Because they haven't healed what's in them that's attracting it.
That's
because the people are going to come. But what is it where all of these people are coming? All of them, and they all got the same thing in common? Yeah, it's something in you that you're attracting. You know?
And then also sharing people's gifts and stuff as well. That transferring of energy when you talk to people and you give so much to people, and half of it isn't even theirs. It's shit that you have poured into them. So when you call back your energy to yourself, it's like, hold up, wait a minute. And all of a sudden they're feeling funny. You used to be feeling Jane. Now they're feeling, you know what I'm saying? Like that balance and give and take when it all needs to be like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yep. So, okay. So really quick too, I don't want to hold you up all night, and I know you don't feel good, and I appreciate you so fucking much. Like, you're a fucking real one. If there's like basically speaking your truth, and if you want to speak your piece on anything you want, something, advice that you would tell the viewers, or just something about your life that you'd want to share or whatever, just speak your truth, girl.
I mean, all I really got to say is just, you know, pretty much for y'all to speak your truth. We don't have forever. You feel me? Like, people always think that they have, oh, well, I'll just do it tomorrow. Yeah, sometimes tomorrow doesn't come. Sometimes the next second doesn't come. So protect your peace. We are living, 2024 is nothing like what 2000 was. It's nothing like what the 98 was. Nothing like 2018. The energy is different. People are different. Generation is different. There's a lot of selfish people out there, and a lot of do not care. Like, it's way worse than it was before. And I don't know if that's because of social media. We just weren't seeing it, right? But it's everywhere.
The comparison of everybody.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So people have a lot more access to things, and you really have to be careful. You have to protect your energy. I don't care if it's the friend that you've known for 20 years, if it's a family member, if it's a childhood friend, if it's an employee, if it's a mentor. A lot of people, and this is where people forget, we all start on different levels, right? And some people, let me put this out there, not everybody has ill intention, but there's a lot of people that aren't spiritual too. So a lot of people are still in their human aspect of it. They're not on the spiritual level. So when I say you're in your human aspect, you still have the human flesh. So that jealousy and all of that. You may not even realize why it's happening because you don't have control of your spirituality. So you have all these outside influences that are using you to get through to this person. So with that being said, we all start on a different level. So let's just say we got the 5 levels, right? So we all, for the most part, I mean, even though we're all, energy never dies, it's just recycled. We just keep on coming back, until we finish our mission or unless we actually completely graduate and we just chill. But let's just say we have 5 different levels, right? 9 times out of 10, when we come to this plane, we end up forgetting the mission, but it's on us to remember. We all come on one, it's just an example. We all come on one level, right? So everybody's on this level. Just like when we graduate from from pre-K, depending on what school you went to, pre-K to 12th grade, you're supposed to keep going up. That's the same thing in the spiritual realm, right?
Right.
And throughout our life, we're all learning little lessons. So we're not all going to stay on level 1. So guess what? Some of us made it to level 2, some of us made it to level 3 where we mess up and people have this, oh, that was my childhood friend. That was my woo woo woo. And how many times we've heard situations where artists or whatever got killed by their childhood friend. I digress, that's a whole other topic. So with that being said, you probably on level 2, 3. They always forget. And that person that was on level 1 never went to level 2, or they may not have gone to level 3. So what ends up happening is you're on level 3, you still reaching back down the one that was on level 1 or 2 because, oh, that was my neighborhood friend, or that was my cousin, or that's my mother or my father. You know what I'm saying? And these spirits come back in people, and the karmics come back in people that it makes it hard for us to let go.
That's the one. Those soul ties, soul contracts, and people from past lives too.
It's hard. So what ends up happening is, let's just say now we've made it to level 5. Well, guess what? Those people that were there for you at level 1 were to help you get to level 2. But if they didn't make it to level 2, guess what? You were supposed to let them go. Level 3, if they made it to level 2, then boom, that's cool. All right, let's roll. Let's go this way. Oh, we made it to level 3. That's what's up. Oh, we made it to level 4. Okay. Wait a minute. You're not making it to level 5? You got to let go. That's where all of us mess up. Because it's like, this is the person you made plans. This is the person that was going to be part of your wedding. You all made plans, naming the kids and trips and all this other stuff. And then you turn back and it's like that person is still back there. And you're like, yo, what's up? But what's happening when you're turning around? Now you've stopped your progress because now you have gone back.
That tattoo, rear view mirror, don't look back.
See, exactly. So now you've gone, that's where we all look back. And see, this is where I've gotten caught up. It's me looking back. And now because I'm focused on going back to get that person, the Mack truck that's coming to come hit them, I'm not seeing it. And I get hit by their Mack truck. And because they didn't get hit by the Mack truck, they still doing the same thing because they didn't get the impact I did.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Can you say that one more time?
Which part?
That last part about getting hit and shit, because the way you said that analogy, because I'm literally seeing it in my mind. I'm like, damn, no, she damn right, though. Like, if you really think about that, and that's that interference and shit.
That rear view mirror. Because let's be clear, in those different levels, we've probably had signs. All of us have signs not to do stuff, okay? Every last one of us. So where you might have the signs not to do stuff, guess what? I've had the signs where, okay, I'm going to need to let her go on her mission. I have already been told I need to go this way.
Right.
If I don't, I'm going to get hit. We all have those situations. So where I said, I've hit level 5 and this person was all the levels with me. And I'm like, yo, come here. When you turn and you're looking back, you're reaching for them because now you're focused on them. You're not seeing the Mack truck that's already coming to hit them because they're not leveling up. So now as you're reaching for them, you got hit by this Mack truck. And because you ended up getting the impact, it didn't even impact them enough to where they were supposed to learn their lesson. You were supposed to let them get hit by the Mack truck.
And I feel like that's where we all fail. We all fail, or being too kind, or whatever the case is, when you should have just been like, okay, fuck it, we're done.
Because especially, let's just say it's a relationship. Let's just say it's a close friend. The majority of us, when we hop into relationships, we're not trying to waste our time. Some of us, okay? We actually genuinely love. So if you genuinely love somebody unconditionally, you don't want to see them get hurt. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to keep
emotionally, spiritually, like all of that.
you don't want to see them get hurt. It's because I used to be the kind that's like, no, hey, there's a sniper around the corner. Okay. No, there's a sniper around the corner. Okay. No, motherfucker, there's a sniper around the corner. Like, okay, so you're not gonna move. So let me go get you. Pow, pow, pow. And I got hit.
Dead ass, and you're done. I saw something today, and it was like the difference between your intuition and your wishful thinking. And when you get the vision and you feel that shit in your soul, it's because it's uncomfortable. Wishful thinking would not be uncomfortable. You get what I'm saying? Between the vessel, the ego, and listening to your soul.
Oh,
and even though it gets real uncomfortable sometimes, like it get hot as fuck, but it's not gonna burn your ass. That's the feeling.
The ego is a lot of people don't have a death of the ego, and then they don't have the dark night of the soul. And right now, like I said, so much has changed with the time. It's different from when I was growing up. It's different from when my kids was growing up. There's so many distractions. There's so many energies coming through the power lines. They're playing with like all kinds, we're not gonna go into that.
Girl, I don't believe in birds anymore. I feel like they go on those little electric things. How the fuck are they not getting electrocuted? I feel like they're recharging themselves.
What I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's energies that go through power. That's why they used to be like, if there's things that you're not using, unplug it. Don't sleep by open outlets and stuff. There's distractions on social media. Like,
that's the fucking worst. I feel like that's what's fucking up the generations now.
It is.
That social media shit ain't shit, because half the people over here smiling and acting like everything's good, they got shit going on too, every single one of them. But our conscious mind doesn't see that. We see what other people got and we're like, damn, I wish I had that. And people don't even realize every single person is in their own different reality. And I really personally think that social media just fucked everything up for my generation.
Social media and music, because a lot of them were, so there was a movie, Alvin and the Chipmunks. I don't remember which one it was, but it was the one where they ended up signing a record deal or something.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you remember briefly, the main thing about that was that the guy of the record label was using mind manipulation. They were putting messages in the music and in
they do that with frequencies now too.
Yeah, but people be thinking stuff is movies. Like, no, like it's not a movie. Right. It is a movie, but it's not. Like,
I mean, you're almost manifesting the lyrics when you listen to it. Like when you're depressed and you're listening to more sad shit, and then that shit manifest.
Well, Michael Jackson said that. Michael Jackson said that. Like, it was just like you're repeating the stuff over again, over and over and over again. That's why there's certain songs that I remember I used to hear people be like, they don't sing that "I'm Locked Up" song. There would be, you
said "I'm Locked Up" by Akon.
Yeah, like,
yeah, you're gonna manifest yourself getting your ass locked up.
Yeah, there was a love song. It was a popular '90s song. I can't remember the song now, but there's a part that's in there, and I never realized it was. I never said it, but they make memes now on TikTok about where they're just like, once it gets to that part, they don't say it. Like, it was something like, oh, I think it was like, I would spend everything that I had, like, or you were so, like, pretty much this person would lose their self in this person. It's being said in the song, and nobody sings that part. So it's like, you're singing all this stuff. And like I said, the industry itself, the industry itself is very intentional. Like, they do stuff like I said, it's in everything, the food, the social media, music, and everything. So there's so many distractions, because if you go overseas,
it's brainwashing people. I say the distractions, that's devils, viruses in the game.
Well, I mean, if you go overseas, like, it's just China in general, the teaching method is completely different. Their algorithm is completely different. Their TikTok is different from our TikTok.
Right.
It's not the same. Like, they're seeing positive stuff, education.
And we're getting fucked up shit and eating McDonald's and Burger King. And
there's ingredients out here that's like in the McDonald's or whatever, but it's banned overseas. And those McDonald's or whatever is completely different. Like, there's ingredients that they're eating that is banned over there. I remember somebody posted something about, it was the flaming hot Cheetos. So over here,
it's popular. Everybody eating that shit.
It's red. It's red over here. Girl, overseas is not red. If you go overseas, the flaming red hot Cheetos is not red, because the dye that they're using is banned overseas.
It's better for you.
No, it's banned. Yeah, no, like, the ingredients is banned. So whatever they're putting in this red flaming hot Cheetos is killing people. That's why so many people are coming up with cancer and all kinds of stuff. That's why so many people are on the spectrum all of a sudden. Like there's stuff that's happening, the air, all kinds of pollute. Like
it's not
it's
right. None of it is fucking right. It's like, you ever seen that Simpsons? I think it was a Simpsons movie, and it was like they had the dome over them or whatever. And it's like different realities almost. And like, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it makes complete sense. That's why it's so imperative. Like, just protect, like when you was asking, like, what would be my advice? Protect, protect your energy. Protect your energy. And here's a little hack. It's like we all, like I said, we stay too long or whatever. When you love, you love. So at the end of the day, this is what I always say then. At least pray for the strength to be able to do what's right, to take you to your higher self.
Yeah,
pray
we
for that
pray to let go. We pray to stop this or do this and do that, instead of just having the strength.
Yeah, pray for the strength and then pray for that person. Because if you love them, like pray that they become the better version of themselves, whether it's with or without you. Because sometimes, and this is where people fail, and this is why people get their heads busted open by spirit and God, is because 9 times out of 10, the lesson was supposed to be in the leaving, and you're not leaving.
Also, really quick, do I look like high right now? Because I'm trying to look at this camera. I'm looking down at you, and I feel like my eyes are just like, but I am drinking this. So I was like, all right.
Look, I don't have my glasses on, so I'm all like,
bitch, I don't got mine either. Like, I can't fucking see. I won't know until Angela puts it the fuck out.
Well, my eyes are like
too. First of all, I just wanted to say thank you so fucking much for being on here. If you could tell everybody all your socials, where to find you, everything, where to check out your new shit, all your up and coming things.
Okay. AngeliqueBates.com. Just go there. That's my website. Or you can go on Twitter or X or whatever. I don't really mess with X.
They changed the whole shit now.
Yeah, I don't really. I deleted my original page, and then I got back on it because I needed to do something, because you have to have a page in order to like really interact. So I don't really be on there, but I do have an Angelique Bates on there. I'm really on Instagram. I function with TikTok a little bit. Facebook, official Angelique Bates. But like I said, just go to angeliquebates.com and you'll pretty much find out everything. That's where I post like my comedy. I'm an ordained minister, so if you need to get married or
that one, we're gonna touch on that later on. But
yeah, so just go there. I do acting classes, virtual and in person. I do a lot of things. And wait a minute, because you've been asking me something, and I've been waiting for this. This is why I hadn't did it before. Okay. So, y'all don't know this, but you do know this aspect, and y'all know she's a life coach. Well, how I met her is because she became my life coach. So this is my endorsement.
Thank you, bitch. I appreciate you.
On the show, that she is the real deal. And she definitely knows. She knows what she's doing. She definitely cares about you. She's not like these people out there that they don't care about no karmic debt. They just want the money. They don't care. They will have you go off a whole cliff and everything. But it's like, especially if it's not right, she's not subscribing to it. And she really does care about your well-being. And sometimes, and I've told her about this too, sometimes she gets a little bit too much. So, like I said, we're all guilty of it, but she definitely is the real deal. So as life coach, there's things that I already knew, but she definitely was the confirmation, because sometimes it doesn't matter how spiritual we are, how connected we are, because we are spiritual beings, living a human experience. That human side kicks in when you do start doubting yourself, or you're not sure if you're overthinking. So when you're not sure if you're overthinking, you're overthinking. Mm-hmm. So she definitely helps put things into perspective. And it's things that I never told her. And then she'll come and be like, man, that was the whole confirmation. Like, I just said that to somebody. Like, you up in my place or something? Like, so she's the real deal. So if you've been wondering if you need somebody, if you need, a life coach, she's the one. And you already know how to get in touch with her. If you don't, she'll tell you.
Thank you so much. Again, this was the wonderful Angelique Bates, comedian, actress, and an angel all in one. You know what? We didn't touch on Alizé, but we're going to make sure next
Ha!
episode we're going to bring that one out too.
Yeah, you get
So
it.
thank you so much. And bitch, I'll text you in like 5 minutes.
Right, exactly.
Oh, and obviously, this is again, I'm your host, Cassandra Hurley, and this has been another episode of Talk to Me.